Celebrities are lining up to endorse Zoron Mandani for NYC mayor. He is a Democratic socialist, and he has a lot of creative ideas for how to improve life in the city for the homeless and no one else. He wants free and fast public transportation. He wants publicly run grocery stores, and he wants frozen rents, countless other policy changes that he wants to implement in New York City. And of course, celebrities who are insulated from the consequences of these decisions in policy are the ones who are the loudest supporters for Zohran.
Not even insulated, but have the ability to move if they so desire.
Yes.
If things get bad enough.
So, Zohran is kind of trying to project an image that he is very internet literate and pop culture focused. So he gave an exclusive statement to Pop Crave on X.
I'm sorry. This would be something that normally you would say, but I looked at this guy and I'm like, what is that phenotype? Like, this is the most distrustful face I've ever seen in my life. On the face of a politician.
He's a very off-putting person.
On the face of a politician, that smile is the least trustful thing I've ever seen in my entire life.
I don't think that is the most common response from people. I think that people think he's charismatic.
But I mean, maybe it's my just natural distrust of politicians,
Fair
but
enough.
a charismatic politician
for sure.
is automatically a no for me. Here we go.
Hello to the Pop Crave community. This is Zoron Mandani. I am running for mayor, and we have polls open today until 9 p.m.
He won, by the way.
Coming up to the end of this election, and it is our last chance to actually make the most expensive city in the United States of America, one that's affordable for each and every New Yorker. I'm running on a platform of freezing the rent for more than 2 million rent-stabilized tenants, making the slowest buses in the country fast and free, and delivering universal childcare, and a vision of a new generation of leadership and leaving the politics and the politicians of the past where they should be, and actually starting to have a vision for something that we can fight for. So please come on out, text your friends, call your family, everyone that you know. This is the time to get out to the polls and win the city that we deserve. Thank you so much, Pop Crave.
Needless to say, we are biased and we already have reason to dislike this guy, but I said he has Vivek Ramaswamy vibes that are similarly off-putting.
I made that comment last night when I said that Vivek singing Eminem should have ended his political career before it even started. It took H-1B visas to end his political career.
They are quintessential millennial foreign drivers with used car salesman energy. They're trying to be relatable, but they're not.
Well, he comes from a wealthy family. His mother is a famous Hollywood movie producer. So he comes from money, and I think his dad is a professor. So that's that actually might be the worst combination of professions ever, is elitist professor and Hollywood movie producer might produce the Antichrist.
I don't think he's the Antichrist. He's not likable enough. I also wanted to show his plan to drive down food prices in the city with publicly owned grocery stores that have frozen pricing.
Yes.
Grocery prices are out of control. The cost of eggs and milk has skyrocketed. Some stores are even using dynamic pricing, jacking up the cost over the course of a day depending on what they can get away with. It doesn't need to be this way. I'm Zohran Mandani, and as mayor, I will create a network of city-owned grocery stores. It's like a public option for produce. We will redirect city funds from corporate supermarkets to city-owned grocery stores, whose mission is lower prices, not price gouging. These stores will operate without a profit motive.
Wait, can we go, Phil? Maybe you can explain something to me here.
Whose mission is lower prices, not price gouging. These stores will opt from corporate supermarkets.
We will redirect profits from corporate run grocery stores. Is he talking about profits made in like their taxes?
No. I think he's talking about taking the profits,
like their property taxes.
No. He's talking about taking taking over the grocery stores.
No, I know,
that way
but he's not explicitly saying we're going to shut down all the. They're just going to.
They're going to get repossessed by the city government.
Expropriation.
Yes.
Yes.
See, it's all weasel words.
Well, mostly, yeah. I mean, I haven't heard him say anything that's in any way new. These are all old ideas that have been tried multiple times that ruin cities or entire countries. Not one new thing, not one new idea. He's literally just saying, we're going to make everything free. and we're going to tax the rich people for it. The rich people are going to Florida, they're going to North Carolina, they're going to South Carolina, and New York is going to have a hollowed out tax base. This is going to be terrible for New York.
Well, he gets into, I don't remember if it's the next clip where he gets into it. He says, the companies won't be able to just leave because if they do business here, it doesn't matter if they're headquartered here in New York. Even if they do business here, they'll be taxed.
He can't stop them from leaving.
No, but the point is he's saying like it has nothing to do with where they're headquartered. If they leave the state and they go and they move their headquarters to Florida, if they do business in the state of New York, they'll just stop doing it. He's ignoring the fact that they will just stop doing business because they want that.
He believes the incentive for them to do business in New York is just too much to refuse.
That's ridiculous.
However,
if you're going to take all of their profits,
he said
or if you're going to expropriate their profits through taxation, then there's no reason to do business there.
And I think I worked out in my head why I hate like celebrity Hollywood socialists more than your average socialist, which is that they don't even do a profession that requires them to be financially literate because they ask billionaires for the money to make their movies. So they don't actually even make the movies themselves. They get rich people to pay for them to make their movies and then advocate for policies that will hollow out the money of the people that actually pay for them to make their art.
Well, on to the celebrities. I'm not shocked at all that he's gotten an avalanche of celebrity endorsements in recent days. We should show first this endorsement from Cynthia Nixon on the way to the polls.
Here we go.
It is election day. I'm on my way to vote. I don't know that I have ever been more excited to vote for anyone than I am to vote for Zoron Mandani. I've got my button. I've got my Don't Rank Cuomo t-shirt, but I have them hidden because I'm going to a polling site. Zoran 1, Brad 2, Adrian 3, Stringer 4, Michael Blake 5. And whatever you do, don't rank Cuomo. Vote for Jumaane, vote for Justin Brannan. We have a chance to make sure that our corrupt, sexual harassing
You mean Italian.
You mean he's Italian? Come on.
Donor supported disgraced former governor is not elected mayor of New York, and we have a chance. We're within the polling site now. We have a chance to elect Zoran, to have fast free buses, to have rent stabilized apartments with the rent frozen. We have subsidized grocery stores, and we have free child care from ages 6 months to 5 years. We have a guy who will stand up to Trump, and we will have a guy who creates a city for all of us. Make sure you vote today and don't rank Cuomo.
So what exactly is a mayor going to do to stand up to Trump? Like
we talked about this last night. It was the trying to make it a sanctuary city and to not work together with Trump when it comes to ICE raids.
Well, I mean, I don't know that that's exactly.
Well, I have
what
the website.
Means,
I have the website pulled up because he talks about Trump-proofing NYC. Donald Trump is tearing at the fabric of New York City in his second term. He has deployed ICE agents to pluck New Yorkers from their families. It's like a Maryland man. He has already sent prices skyrocketing with tariffs, and he has threatened vital social services that working New Yorkers rely on every day. I don't know how that would be if they run their own social services on a state, at the state level. Like, what does that have to do with federal programming? Because that's a different thing than what he would be capable of fixing anyways. He'll ensure our immigrant New Yorkers are protected by strengthening our sanctuary city apparatus, getting ICE out of all city facilities, and ending any cooperation, including legal support in protecting all personal data. He'll make NYC an LGBTQIA plus sanctuary city.
What does that even mean? A sanctuary from what?
Yes, and protect reproductive rights.
It'll probably be if you're underage and you go there, they will help provide you with like gender mutilation and stuff.
So that's how they're Trump-proofing NYC.
So Zohran is also cornering the hot girl vote with Emrata's endorsement on TikTok. She's wearing a shirt here that says "Hot Girls for Zohran."
Oh, God.
It is Emily Ratajkowski and
Zoron Mandani.
it's election day today. You need to get to the polls. They're open till 9 p.m. What else do they need to know?
Go to zohranfornyc.com/vote. You can find out where your poll site is. Text your friends and family because we need everybody to come out. And make sure you're drinking water because it's a very hot day.
This election is going to be decided by young voters. The average New Yorker is 38 years old. The last mayoral race was decided by 7,000 voters. That means that your vote really matters. Go ahead, get out there. We know it's hot, but the time is now.
Let's do it.
Is Emily?
He does have a very unique, non-threatening charisma.
Non-threatening.
It's the way he has this like aw shucks demeanor.
I mean, maybe that's
It's
appealing to a certain subset of liberal women.
Well, yes, that
but
is true. I mean, that's who came out and voted for this.
Trump's appeal is definitely not in being non-threatening. Another foreign-born immigrant, Lorde, issued her endorsement for Zohran on Instagram. She can't even vote.
Super annoying.
But she said, "You already know this is an exciting and important mayoral election in NYC. I can't vote, but if I could, I'd rank the one candidate with a crystal clear vision of the city we want to live in. One that looks beyond the wealthiest New Yorkers you mean like you? To offer sensible and caring paths forward on climate, transport, housing security, and much more. Get thee to the polls." You shouldn't speak on it because you're not American, and neither is he. You might have the citizenship status, but I don't care. This guy isn't American.
I think it was, what was this?
He's a foreigner with a chip on his shoulder.
I do remember this post. People were talking about queer liberation means defund the police. This was from back in 2020.
Literally word salad garbage.
Doesn't mean anything.
He also got endorsements from Michael Moore, from Bowen Yang on SNL. I think another SNL actor named Sarah Squirm.
I saw that Kumail Nanjiani did. That
Yes.
breaks my heart, given the fact that I love his X-Files podcast. Always have.
Not surprising at all, of course. And 50 Cent, on the other hand, is speaking out against Zohran.
Truth to power.
Nice.
50 Cent.
Posted a
50
clip
is
of
the
him
man.
from Breakfast Club the other day saying, "Where did he come from? Whose friend is this? I'm not feeling this plan. I will give him 200,000, 58, 750, and a first-class one-way ticket away from New York. I'm telling Trump what he said, too." And then you look at the comment section, everyone is tearing 50 Cent for saying this. You know, you're an oligarch, you're protecting the mega rich, you're a sellout, blah, blah, blah. But I guess he's speaking truth to power here.
Yes, he is. They've done an excellent job on the left of turning the billionaire class into the only group more hateable than politicians to people, because politicians are so naturally detestable, at least in my estimation.
I mean, okay. After the election last year, we'll actually read this 21st.
Yep.
From Morgan Xavier. "Writing a sci-fi novel to earn money so I can homeschool my kids here in Canada. Phil, could I interview you as research for the stratified republic I've created? My stories about aliens, music, pedo-eating monsters. I'm at Love for Tim Dillon."
What on earth even was that?
I guess Phil needs more context
Yes.
before he can give you an answer on that.
Yeah, could I interview you as a research for the
okay.
stratified republic I've created?
I'm guessing that's part of the book.
The celebrity fanfare around Zohran right now completely disproves everything that people on the right were saying post-election last year, which is celebrities have completely lost their credibility. They have been humiliated. They have no influence over elections. They have even distanced themselves from making political statements, etc. None of that is true. And we've seen that especially over the last couple of months with their being outspoken about the ICE protests and about Palestine and now about endorsing Zohran, even the ones who don't live in New York City. They don't feel any sort of shame about it. They have no practical concern about losing influence for being politically outspoken. This is still not just acceptable, but what they consider advantageous to their careers in entertainment. So, yeah, so much for that cultural vibe shift is all I'm saying.
I think that it goes beyond that. The idea that the woke are defeated because Donald Trump won, that was something that people were saying, especially at the end of last year. Well, it was never true because you can't just elect someone and then all the people that disagree with you say, shucks, we're done for, we can't do anything anymore, blah, blah, blah. It was a ridiculous idea. And it was a ridiculous It was a ridiculous idea to build any kind of even writing think pieces about it was stupid because it was so obviously not true.
There were so many of them too.
Yeah, it's so dumb. So these ideas are that the left has and that people like Mamdani have, they have been absolutely destroyed by the 20th century. You can go back and look at all the attempts of to have socialized medicine or socialized whatever, and it's just not going anywhere. And the wealthy liberals are always going to be the people that are going to be promoting these ideas. So the idea that your average Hollywood celebrity was going to change their idea or wouldn't come out and endorse this, no, they're definitely right on board because it sounds nice, and according to them, there are enough billionaires to pay everyone's bills, and we can still have a functioning society, and yada yada. It's all a pipe dream. But
I do, however, think that they will end up getting Lin-Manuel Miranda to play him in the movie because they both have that same annoying energy.
Lin-Manuel Miranda in brown face in
Yes.
the Zohran biopic.
Yeah.
2035.
Yeah, that's my bet in a couple of years.
It's just the narrative the right was going with post-election was celebrities have finally been humbled once and for all. They know that they've lost their power over the culture. They are going to retreat from making political statements and being out of touch with the public because they know they have lost their influence. But that's not true, and the result speaks for itself. I'm not saying that Zohran won the nomination purely because of his endorsements from celebrities, but you can't say it has nothing to do with it.
You can't say that his endorsements from celebrities has nothing to do with it?
Yeah.
I don't think the celebrities affected the I don't think they did.
I think his ground game makes up for a lot of this. He's very social media literate, and he was putting out stuff consistently. And a primary is already one where voters who are more inclined are going to go. It would be very different if this was a battleground state and it was a Republican versus Democrat.
I'm just saying that the user base on TikTok, contrary to popular belief, is not a bunch of 8-year-olds. And there are plenty of young adults who are able to vote and who live in New York City watching that content, and it is having an impact.
So I still want to know why they would want no-cost childcare if the left thinks that you shouldn't be having. It's literally right next to climate change on here. I thought you weren't supposed to be having kids because of the climate, so why would you need no-cost childcare? One wonders.
Thanks for watching. Listen to full episodes of Pop Culture Crisis on Spotify.
Keep up with us on social media and make sure you subscribe and ring that bell so you never miss the show. Bye, guys.